National Urban League presents Emerging Voices from the Pandemic. Students Speak Out. Across the United States, students like me were able to tell our stories about learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. Connected students ask the questions, while disconnected and reconnected students share their lived experiences. There's a lot to learn from us. Are you ready? True stories, real students, useful recommendations.
So, Akyra, what would you say is one of your biggest challenges you faced in school before COVID?
One of my biggest challenges was my mental health. I've been in counseling for like 7 years for my depression on and off. And also my home life because me and my family really don't get along that well. So that really affected me wanting to even do any homework or school, because when I don't have any passion for school, I'm not interested in learning. But it would have been nice for somebody like my family to support me more and encourage me more than just point out my flaws, I feel like when we were younger, we were our true selves, we were really who we were. And as we grew up, a lot of people would be like, no, stop that. You talk too much or you do too much, And I remember being a kid, if I would try to share something with somebody and they would just be like, no, I could feel my soul leave my body. That would hurt me. I was like, wow. Dang. So I started changing myself and trying to be more of the person they wanted me to be and not who I was meant to be. So I think it doesn't matter your race, your ethnicity, your gender. We're all different people on the inside, our souls.
How has the pandemic impacted your experiences with school or your learning style?
The pandemic, it impacted me because I already had a rough time being physically in class, paying attention and getting my work done. So now I'm at home, laying in my bed, chilling. Why would I want to? What would motivate me to open up a laptop and go to school? So I think your environment matters a lot. I try to log on, I try to do the work, I try to go to the Zooms. It's just I don't have any motivation because I think, wow, when am I ever going to need this? Every day I think that. I'm like, I'm not going to need this. I'm wasting my time. I could be doing what I love to do, making money, but I'm sitting here on a laptop, depressed.
What do you think the purpose of school is?
I think the purpose of school is to create workers, honestly. But I think school needs more options for the more creative, artistic children because we struggle and a lot of us are shunned and put to the side for even scholarships and those things because we're not good at the regular stuff, the stuff that usually people give scholarships for.
Maybe if schools were more like Freedom School, because we both went to that. We both know what that's like. Do you think if schools were more like that, would you be more involved?
Yes, I love Freedom School. Freedom School, they care. I feel like they should have made Freedom School for the disconnected kids because when you have Cheers and Chants doing that in the morning, that wakes your spirit up and gets you more motivated to learn. And then also with us being in little classes, that kind of helped you get more comfortable with people. Some people are shy. Some people have issues social anxiety. I have social anxiety. And you basically go into your class and you read. And you read books about, I would say, Black people, about Black history, about not only Black people, but about people who are struggling, about the less fortunate. And you write about it and you talk about it and you get in groups with your friends who are in the same similar age group as you. and you have games. And each level basically comes up with their own performance on what they learned throughout the summer program. And they perform it in front of their families, their friends. It's a big event. We had a whole movie. We had a whole theater show. I think a lot of disconnected students like to do more hands-on work, like be more hands-on and do things that they're passionate about. So I think as a whole, if they try to learn more about the children and not try to stick to the status quo and like say, hey, what are your passions? What do you want to do? That would be better for them as a person so they can go in their path, not everybody else's path.
What advice would you give to your teachers and principals about how to support kids during remote learning?
My advice is to be understanding. We need to have a bond and a vibe because that helps create a better relationship and helps like the teacher teach students to better understand them. Because like when you have a bond and a vibe, you can start understanding. Like if I'm saying, oh, I don't understand this, you're not going to be like, oh, she's not trying. You're like, oh, I know Akyra. She's been working on this and she's going through that. So then that helps them communicate better with the student.